Well, hello. How y'all doing today? Well, it's Sunday, and I should be at work. I decided to take a vacation day today. I needed a rest, and the weather is kind of crappy. It's going to get really cold. Tonight, it's only supposed to be 6 degrees here. And I'm down by the river, so we can just say 4 degrees. It's a little colder down here in this valley, right next to the water. So, yeah, I'm being tested. God says, okay, you made this choice. I want you to move into that thing before the snow starts. And I was in it the last bout that we had. Now I'm getting snow and cold. Tonight it's going to get down to 6 degrees. Tomorrow it's not going to get above, I think it's supposed to be, the high is supposed to be like 16. Which is really abnormal for here. But, so the next 3 days, going to be a tough one. Although just a minute ago I started it up, and yesterday I did some rearranging so that I could utilize the heater that is running in the van. And I turned it on a little bit ago and let it run for a little while and warm up. And then I turned on the heater, and where I moved stuff, it was actually doing something. So, that's a plus. I got some more stuff organized yesterday. I'm pretty proud of the idea that I came up with. And I plan on showing it all here pretty soon. I'm still adjusting and trying to keep up with it as far as like keeping it organized and stuff. That's a challenge for me. It's just part of my illness. Because I lived in chaos mode most of my life, always on guard and stuff, that's kind of how I have lived too. A table is usually a catch-all for me. You don't have all kinds of stuff on it. But I know where everything is on that table. But other people would look at it and think it's a mess. Okay, so I gave up my table. I gave up my table. And so now I'm trying to think of an innovative way to keep it organized, somewhat. But again, that's how my mind works, because I've just lived that way my whole life. And to change to something else is kind of hard. Anyway, I'm trying to quit smoking. One step at a time. I've done pretty good for the past week. I mean, other than the bed's always messed up because the dogs are up there. Oh, the rest of it, I'm getting it organized. So I'm about ready to film it in there here pretty soon. I got somewhat of better lighting hooked up yesterday, but it's still not enough. So, and I could take the window covers off during the day to get some light in there, and I might have to do that. But right now it's cold and I don't want to mess with it. So I'm just going to leave it alone. So bear with me. But anyway, I chose to embrace a van because, one, I can drive it around, I can move it. Two, it's a little more airtight, so it's a little warmer. I mean, I'm still in a refrigerator basically, a metal box. The other one was 2 inches of wood siding and no insulation. So, yeah, the van's a step up. And granted, it's not insulated, but I did put floors in it and carpet, thicker carpet. There's like 2 layers of carpet on top of a plywood. And heat rises, so I'm running a heater in there, and the bed is warm. So if I just, sit up on the bed, it's very warm back there. The dogs are comfortable. The dogs are very comfortable. And that's the whole issue. That's the most important thing, because, they're my life. I can adjust, but they have to be comfortable. Because basically when you live with a dog, you've basically moved into the doghouse because the dogs own the house. In my life they do, pretty much. Coco will wake me up 2-3 times a night to cover her up. Yeah, she's that spoiled. She will scratch my arm until I cover her up. I just raise my blanket, she'll crawl under there, and then I'll cover her up. Anyway. So, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. The snow is pretty and all, but I wasn't expecting any snow. I was just expecting cold. I guess we're going to get both. And it's a real wet, heavy snow, which is really not good when it's going to get down to 6 degrees tonight. Oh, it's all going to freeze. I may be stuck here again tomorrow. Again, God blessed me with some rest. I don't question it. I just go with the flow these days. So, I'm having some coffee. And feeling pretty good today. Pretty grateful. I'm grateful to have shelter. While it be modest shelter, it is shelter. I get what I need. Working my way up to something better. That's what you do, just keep trudging on, right? So, yeah, I finally have wheels where I can move this thing. And so, I'm going to start going on little short trips. When it warms up, maybe the end of March, I'm going to take a long weekend and I'm going to go somewhere. Maybe to a new park I've never been to. Maybe in Kentucky. There's parts of Kentucky I've never seen before. Actually, I've never really explored any national parks in Kentucky. I've been to ones in Virginia and quite a few here in Tennessee. But I've never been to any national parks in Kentucky. So if anybody watches this and you have been to one of the national parks in Kentucky, maybe you can tell me which ones, are close. I'm not far from the Kentucky line. Maybe 75 miles. Maybe 85 miles. So, yeah, I'm running a little heater in there, a little electric heater, an electric blanket on the mattress because it's kind of cold under the bed. Because I'm not really putting heat under there. Just got it blocked off with things. Storage. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a little writing today. I done quite a bit of organizing yesterday, so I'm pretty proud of myself over that. And I made room in the front seat. I still got a few other things I need to get rid, like organize and put somewhere. I got a great deal on, it was a markdown at my work. I got a great deal on a little 12-volt cooler. Like, it only holds like an 8-pack of soda. 9 sodas, maybe. It's just square, but you can plug it in. So, next step is power. Other than someone's electricity. Not cheap. So I'm working towards that. I have to have power before it gets warm because my dogs are going to need a cooler. I'm going to check out, I was on Amazon doing some research. And I just thought I'd share this because I am transitioning into van life, I guess. It might be stationary van life for a little while until I can find a replacement for my 9 to 5. Where I can actually go somewhere. So, these are the plans for the future. But in the meantime, I'm a stationary van dweller and I am adjusting to it. In a slow manner, with a nice warm bathroom and a shower that's conveniently walking distance, right? And of course, I also have the advantage of being able to shower at my job. So that's a plus in the 9 to 5. And they have laundry facilities where you can go wash your clothes. So, yes. The job does have a few perks. Which I am grateful for also. So all the little pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together. I've worked really hard. I went from a tent to nothing to a camper to a van. And the camper had nothing to pull it with. So, that's my life in a nutshell right now. I've been working a steady 9 to 5. Dealing with a living situation that at least was paid for. It was parked somewhere where I knew the person. I was comfortable, safe. But it's time to be able to move that house now. I have a very, very, very long bucket list. And I'm now looking into remote work. So if anybody watches this and has any suggestions for remote work that doesn't take a whole lot of training, it's easy to do, like to pick up on a computer, I would love to hear about it. Because I would like to be able to sustain myself and be able to travel and see my bucket list. I have a dream of going to Yellowstone National Park. I've never been. I have drove by the Grand Canyon 3 times in my life, and I've never gotten out of the car. That's a big regret. Something I want to remedy. So, yeah, here's working towards goals. I have this little sign. It says, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen. And that's what I've been doing. Every day I ask God to help me have a good attitude. And I try to remind myself to be grateful every day. Even for the little stuff. I was hungry a little bit ago. My belly was growling. And that don't happen all that often. Like, I usually will eat on a regular basis. But I usually just snack a little bit here and there and eat once a day. And I've been doing that for many, many years. So, earlier I heard my belly growl and I was like, it just reminds me to be grateful that even though I'm kind of stuck here because of the weather today, I have some food to eat. And I'm grateful for that. Some soup I can heat up. I have a stove that I've never tried out. I've just slowly been building up. And now it's just like all come together, finally. I just have to contend with what I'm going to do with all my artwork. I have a storage unit with the artwork in it. So maybe I'll start showing that so that maybe I can try to sell some of it. Take some good pictures of it and just sell them. So, yeah, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start going to my storage unit during the daylight. When it warms up, and I'm going to take pictures of everything that I have. Because I really need to lighten my load. So, when I start doing this, I'm hoping to have enough followers where you could share it. And maybe some people would be interested in my artwork. Eventually, I'm building up to an actual house. And when I do that, then I can do artwork. But I just don't have anywhere to work now unless I do it outside. So, maybe in the spring, I'll be able to go outside and do some artwork. And film myself like Bob Ross. So this channel is going to evolve. It's going to be a combination of things. Not just me blogging and sharing my day-to-day, but, I'm transitioning into van life. And then pretty soon I'll be able to travel. And that's going to be exciting. I suppose I could tow a trailer to haul my artwork. But that would require getting rid of my car. And I don't know if I want to do that. At this point, I can tow the car and load the artwork in the car. If I want to go somewhere. But yeah, I want to travel at some point. My bucket list is so long. I have so many things I want to see. I've never been to the East Coast. I've never seen any of those states. I've been as far east as Virginia And not very far into Virginia, mind you. And then I've seen just a little piece of New Jersey, but not a lot. I didn't go far into the state. So, yeah, I've not seen any of the New England states ever. So, yeah, I'm going to take her on a short trip, see how she runs and stuff, before I make any commitments. In the meantime, keep working my 9 to 5. Could just switch my job somewhere. There's so many options now, and I'm feeling that freedom, you know. I've worked hard, and I'm going to continue to work. That's my new motto, you know. Stay positive, work hard, and make it happen. I seen that little sign at Goodwill and snatched that baby up. And right now I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to glue it to. Because glue has become my best friend. I will show you that tomorrow. Maybe I'll upload this and do one today. But it's snowing and I don't want the snow to get inside. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. And it's 12:12 on the clock over there. So I'm going to cut this short and end it at 22:22. Enjoy your day. And I'm definitely enjoying mine. So grateful. Even though it's going to be very cold tonight, I know that I'm going to be taken care of. I'll be plenty warm. Peace out.